Hello, my name is Ground0, and I'm going to do a vlog. I don't do vlogs. As you can see, I'm not set up for it. This room is quite messy. It's got my girlfriend's stuff all over it, and I'm not set up for this, but I had to, because Nintendo had a presentation for their big information blowout for the Nintendo Switch last night, and it was kind of a disaster. I'm going to go through it sort of chronologically and talk about it. So here we have this whole countdown thing, and I'm starting to feel hyped. Let's fast forward to the end of the countdown here. We get, nice light show, cool stuff on the screen. Getting really excited, starting to feel like, as soon as this is over, we're going to see some awesome new piece of software, or maybe a trailer for a game we already know about. Oh, but Kimishima walks out on stage. And, I understand that that's sort of a thing that he has to do. He has to come out and talk to investors and businessmen and stuff like that, but just sap the hype right out of me. And let's see, this goes on and on. Price point, nice. Anybody who was thinking it was going to be less than 300 was honestly deluding themselves. But here, 5 minutes on. Still talking.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Oh, more talking.
Enhance the fun.
More talking.
Considering a home
More talking.
and the Wii U
Oh, more talking.
entertainment we will present.
More talking. Okay, we get our first video at 7.5 minutes in, give or take. And
Allow me to introduce the
it's pretty much more
Nintendo
talking.
Switch will offer.
Oh, more talking.
Away from
More talking. You get a glimpse of Mario Kart. That's a game that you totally didn't play, years ago. Battery life. Some people are disappointed in battery life. I think 3 hours is, honestly more than I'll ever play in a single session. And the USB-C should charge it really quickly, so that doesn't bother me. Oh, look, UI. Oh, still talking, though. Oh, alright.
This is the basic style when playing.
Okay, we're talking. And this actually is where I get really annoyed, because
There is a left and a right Joy-Con.
I guess they were worried, because when they showed off the Wii U, they didn't actually show off the console.
And each stick can also
But
be pressed like a button.
they're doing it again. This is a controller. Controller. That's not the console.
This Joy-Con
They're talking
has the
about
familiar A,
controller.
B,
They're talking
X,
about the
Y
ways you play
buttons.
with it,
And
instead of
it's the
actually
phone.
what you're going to play and showing you
It's this
what you're going to
L-shaped
play.
mark.
So, and I have no worries about the Joy-Cons. They look like, mini Wiimotes. I'm sure they
That
work
can
just
read
fine.
and write Amiibo
but,
data as well.
Of course we're going to have to go over all the functionality of each one of these. 12 minutes
Like
in,
this.
13 minutes in. Oh, more talking. Another talking video. Explaining more features of the Joy-Cons. Yep.
Number of ice cubes in the
This
glass.
is all stuff that could be a press release.
Oh,
There's no
well,
reason to have a
impressive.
presentation
Right.
with 20 minutes of
Together.
this. Look at this. Alright. And finally, they're showing off software. And what is the first thing they show off? Is a minigame. It's like they learn nothing. This is, a minigame collection. This is Nintendo Land all over again. And they're treating this like we should be excited about this. Like, it looks, it looks fun when you have a couple people over. It looks fun, but it's not what I wanted to hear. And it's more talking. Okay, so we're talking. We're talking. When does the talking end?
The game everyone can.
Okay, so this is the first real piece of software, and I actually really like this trailer. I think the positioning of it is terrible, though, because what people are going to think as they're watching this trailer, at least until they show gameplay, which is still, like, any part of this that people are thinking this is bad. They're thinking that this is a mini-game. You know, okay, Japanese girl, you know, has the ribbon arms, and this guy has the spring arms, and then they fight, and, you know, it's a really cool trailer, but when you take it in the context of, you know, what they've been showing, it looks like a minigame. Right, and, you know, finally you got some actual gameplay, and, you know, maybe it looks a little bit more fleshed out. It still looks a little minigame. So, starting to show off a couple of other characters. That's good. Not a huge fan of the title because
Hello, everyone. I'm Kosuke Yabu.
you know, it doesn't.
I'm the producer of the Nintendo Switch game.
It's hard to talk about. It doesn't travel by word of mouth as
I'd
much.
like to introduce you.
You know,
all.
have you heard of that new thing, ARMS? No, I mean, it's not like Splatoon or Mario or The Legend of Zelda or Metroid, you know, which just has a distinctive brand to it.
Where you hit your opponent
You know,
with
this is
punches,
very,
But it's also like shooting,
meh.
where you
Okay, more talking.
senses your motions.
This at least is like some gameplay demonstration.
Character also
They should have done this like a long time ago,
When you twist your fist,
about a quarter of the way through the presentation. Right.
right,
And you know, and you can see there's some depth in this.
made it so that as you
You know, and
Here are
then they
some
show
of the
you like
characters
a
who
full
appear in the
match,
game. Springman and Ribbon Girl.
and you know, I wonder what like actual fighting game fans will think of this.
Fighting game.
But it looks fun to me.
But
You know, it looks like it's got, you know, some replay value, some, you know, techniques, and I don't know about combos, because it looks like every time you hit somebody without, like, your special charge or whatever, they just get knocked down. But, you know, maybe you can knock them up against walls and hit them off of that and stuff like that, so.
against the friend, which is
And then, you know, we're back to talking.
Mastering the
Talking.
Next,
Talking. Splatoon. You know, this is cool. It doesn't look like they did much graphically with the game. I would have liked to see. There's a bit of this like glossy sheen that's on everything that I think makes it a little bit hard on the eyes at times. But I'm really looking forward to this. The new weapon looks cool. You know, I'm wondering how well it will control with Joy-Cons or, you know, whatever other control schemes they let you use. Oh, looks like there's 2 Judge the Cats now? Okay, whatever. I'm not going to try and search to find that. Okay. Cute, awkward young guy who's just being, like, super awkward. Like he does like a pose somewhere in here, and I guess that's like maybe that's like the Japanese character for 2 or something. It doesn't look like a real 2. But it's just amazing how much talking there is, how little like actual footage of games there are. Okay. And this is coming out in summer. Like I don't understand this. Like how could this not be ready for launch? It's the same engine.
in-game.
I can't
events.
imagine they really did all that much on a you know,
I'm very excited
coding level with this thing.
to once again enjoy those exciting times with everyone all around the world.
All right.
Have
Yep,
yet
yep.
to
There's that
master-
stupid pose. All right, and
Right.
we're back to talking. All right. Okay, and you know, here's Mario. Spoiler alert. Yeah, he pops out of the sewer. And this game looks, you know, really good. I won't deny that this is a, you know, a fantastic game. Looking game. Looks like I'll have tons of fun with this. Very open world, like free running, and that's very interesting to me. There's also like what seems like this looks like a more traditional Mario stage, and then there's another one that's just like absolutely like blindingly pastel and you know, like just jagged edges and stuff like that. And where's that one? Yeah, this one right here. That one's gonna give me headaches when I'm playing that level or world or whatever they call them. Okay, so you'd think they'd, you know, follow this up with more games, right? No, he comes out on stage
Hello,
with
everyone.
a goofy costume, and we're gonna talk some more.
Super Mario World.
You know, I've been saying, you know, more talking a lot in this
Mario
video, but
Adventure.
it's true. We're talking about everything.
Perhaps some of you have noticed some unusual eyes or something on Mario.
Yeah. We notice the eyes. His hat is sentient. We don't care. I want to see more gameplay. You know,
Feels
give me a
as if
demonstration.
you can
Don't
all
talk about it.
release
You
Super
know,
Mario
actually play it.
to a champ.
Okay. And this is yet another cool game. You know, but we're okay. 37 minutes into a 1 hour and 6 minute video, and this is the, if you count the 1-2 switch, this is the 1, 2, 3, fourth piece of software shown. 4 pieces of software shown in almost 40 minutes. You know, I'm not saying that this looks bad. It's just, Nintendo, your pacing is terrible. This... Alright. And then, you know, looks great. People are going to say it looks too anime, you know, even though Xenoblade was, like, super anime looking, and Xenoblade Chronicles was just, like pretty much waifu bait. They had so bad that they had to, like, censor it over in the West, because there was, like, kitty, you know, in underwear stuff. This, like, really bugged me, because I've been looking forward to a Fire Emblem spin-off game for a long time. I really want Fire Emblem Musou, you know, Warriors, whatever. And this is all we get. We get the little, you know, gemstones flying into Fire Emblem. We get the title, and then this little thing with Chrome in it, which, by the way, makes no sense, because Chrome is from Awakening, and the most recent game is Fire Emblem Fates. I'm just blown away as to why is Chrome the poster boy for this game.
What you just saw
Alright. So,
with mini
no, now we're talking about third parties instead of, like, showing third
11.
parties. We talk about Dragon Quest X and 11,
another
but there's no footage.
for Nintendo Switch.
Um, And here's SMT. Oh wait, this actually does not look all that great. maybe the SMT games in general just don't look all that amazing, but look at how, like, jaggy it is. Is this an old game? I don't actually know anything about SMT, so... yeah. Not interested. Even less interested because it's not going to be a launch title. It might not even come to the West. This looks interesting. I love how they play with the more realistic lighting with sprite art. Would have been even cooler if they'd done it with the concept art they use in this picture here, but I'm sure a lot of RPG fans will love that.
But you just celebrates its
So, we have a few third-party East,
please look forward to
Japan games.
first.
Cool. People will love those, I'm sure, whenever they come out, if they ever come out in the West. I mean, to be fair, at least we have region free now, so there's that. Now we have awkward talking, from third-party developers. Sega.
New games for Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
and will
also,
present them soon.
this guy who's doing the interpretation
This new hardware,
and is like
is-
really awkward.
interesting game. Thank you very much for.
Continuing on.
Somebody who's like much worse later on, who just was like painful.
This person.
Oh, that didn't go very well. Hi everyone, I'm Suda51 from Grasshopper.
Yeah, this is painful. This is like the worst interpretation ever. It gets just dead silent.
So today I'd like to start. I've been invited to come to this event, and I'd like to talk about one of the games.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna let him talk. No More Heroes sequel.
Just about a year
Once
ago,
again, no gameplay, no models, no nothing, just talking.
and I've heard
Like,
that
it's cool that we have some of these, third parties on board, I guess.
I've heard that it's
But
an easier platform to create games for.
What I really wanted to see was, like, where's Mass Effect Andromeda's Strain? Where's Battlefield 1? Where's Activision and Call of Duty or Ubisoft and Watch Dogs 2? These are all things that are, that's what people really want. They want the multi-platform, like things that are going to be coming out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and PC. They want to know that those are also going to come out on their Nintendo system. So they can enjoy their Nintendo games and know that they're not missing out on things that are being released on every other platform. And it's been said for a while now that Nintendo is sort of a good second console. You buy a PlayStation 4, and then if you're looking to get another console, you get a Nintendo console for the Nintendo games. But it needs to become a primary console, and I was hoping that the Switch would do this, with its ability to be a play anywhere system that, not only could you play anywhere, but you could play what everyone else was playing too.
Especially for
So let's
indie
get back to
developers.
this.
One game that
EA, this guy who just seems like super uncomfortable and kind of angry face, and he's talking about FIFA.
if you're at the
Thank you.
Cool EA, FIFA's big everywhere, we know that. And like the international sports titles, the yearly releases are sort of going to be a given. Like maybe not. I don't really remember what came out on the Wii U in terms of that stuff because I don't play it. But it should be a given. It should be a given that Mass Effect will come out on the Wii U, on the Nintendo system too. But, and here's a sizzle reel. Oh, look, here's some games that we didn't see you know, there's the Mario game, but there was like Sonic and, you know, something else in there. I think that was Elder Scrolls. So, now, why wasn't this shown at the beginning and then talk? This stuff looks, you know, great. You know, what I enjoy about this is how much variety you can see in the sizzle reel, and that's good. And that looked like a Mii, which is interesting because I had heard rumors that Wii was not coming, Mii's were not coming to the Switch, but we'll see about that. Okay, so you know, this is sizzle reel stuff. Minecraft, which oddly enough is not coming out with the system. Okay.
And a number of third
So, and that's pretty much the presentation. They throw it over to Europe, more talking, and then to New York with Reggie for more talking. And then they're talking about the release date for Zelda. And I have a feeling that they did intend to show off,
Shibata-san.
you know, the release date with the Zelda trailer, but technical
Would like
difficulties.
to humbly and
We know it's
sincerely
March
thank
3rd,
everyone here for
which is
listening,
huge.
and everyone
It's going to
around the
launch
world
with the system.
for tuning
That's
in.
great. And this is an amazing trailer. But by the time I got into this, I was actually disappointed that this was a Zelda trailer. I really wanted it to be, you know, either the Smash, you know, flaming, not flaming cross, because that sounds bad, but the fire cross, we'll say, or you know, maybe a new Metroid game, or you know, and I hate this. I hate to be disappointed about Zelda Breath of the Wild because I love the idea of this game. It looks amazing. But this isn't a show ender. We know about Zelda. We've known, and you know, this reveals new stuff to us, new characters. It shows us what Zelda looks like in this game, and you know, give us an idea of what the tone of the story is going to be. You know, maybe a little bit more serious than we might be used to. And look, the more I look at this game, the more excited I am about this. But I'm wondering why this is going to make me buy a Switch. I can buy this on the Wii U and, you know, hold off on the Switch until it has what I want. And I think that happened with the Wii U with a lot of people too. Not that in particular, but more like, you know, well, I don't see anything on this system that I like. I can wait. And that's where I really have a problem with this. Like, Splatoon 2 is cool, but as it is, I could play the original Splatoon until more stuff came. I could play, you know, Mario Kart 8, which they didn't even really show in this thing. They didn't show Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but I can play that on my Wii U. I don't need to switch over to the Switch. There's also Xenoblade, which who knows when that's coming. I don't think they gave any, you know, kind of ideal, you know, idea of the release date for it. And, you know, I was really excited for Zelda watching this trailer, but for the Switch, this was an incredible disappointment, this trailer being where it was. If this had been in the beginning or middle, or maybe not even a part of this at all, maybe it had been released separately, this trailer would have been so much more exciting to me. But as it is, yeah. See, when I was watching this live, they didn't actually have that. It just sort of went to black, and that was it. Yeah, but like I said, they set themselves up for an alley in October of 2016. Wow, this is like super out of focus. This is a crappy webcam. And they didn't follow up. This was just a mark of everything that that frustrates me about Nintendo. That they're out of touch with what gamers want. Like, is it because they're such an old company? Is there, some remnant of their old way of handling business that's keeping them from doing what they need to with the Switch? Where's the software? They've been working, should have been working on this stuff for months at least. They should have so much to show for it. One new IP, Xenoblade, which is, Monolith Studios. Maybe they're helping Monolith a lot with that. I don't know. But Mario and Zelda, there should be at least another few teams ready to go. What's the Fire Emblem team? It's gone out of my head. But where's the rumored Pokemon Switch? Because that would be huge. Just to talk about it, just to confirm that it's real or not. Honestly, at this point, they shouldn't be holding anything back for E3. They need to show everything. Show their hand. What is coming out for the Nintendo Switch in 2017. Any part of 2017. Once that launch date hits, we need to know exactly what the schedule is going to look like. And now, I said this to my friend, and I'm going to say it here, that, Pokemon is sort of a special case. The Pokemon Company controls Pokemon, and they often like to do their own thing. So it's possible that we'll see a presentation from them announcing Pokemon for the Switch. There's also a Pokebank update that's coming for Pokemon, so that we can use the Pokebank with their new Pokemon Sun and Moon, and there's various other things that like a international Pokedex that's not currently in the game. Some other updates that have been rumored could be possible. That would be acceptable. Not ideal, but acceptable. But what about Retro? We know Retro has been working on something for quite a long time. We also have heard whispers of other ports. Mario Maker was one, I believe, which makes a lot of sense. That's one of the things. Mario Maker was huge. I don't know if they had a Mario Maker port in the making, why they didn't talk about it. And if they didn't, why didn't they? It's an obvious choice. Is a 3DS port of Mario Maker more important? It's not. And that's another, one of the other ports that I was really expecting to see, and honestly, I don't think I'm going to buy a Switch in the near future unless they announce, is Smash 4 port. I'm really, really into Smash 4. I play it all the time. I watch esports, and I tend to sell my consoles to get the next iteration, because I don't need 5 million consoles sitting around. I have a PlayStation 4. I don't need a PlayStation 3. I have a PlayStation 3, but that's actually my girlfriend's. I have a Wii U. I have a Wii only because it was super cheap, and I could play GameCube games on it. Other than that, you know, and I really want to just be able to sell my Wii and my Wii games, my Wii U, sorry, and my Wii U games, and just upgrade. So, I'm sorry, Nintendo. You don't have my money.